We're recording.
Congratulations, Dr. Coghill. You have passed your dissertation defense.
I know I'm different, I'm one of a kind. I took off on bitches and left them behind. How do you hate me if I'm on your mind? Sending me messages ain't Valentine. Bitches
All right. For those that are here, you already know my name is Kay. My pronouns are they, them, and I'm going to jump into my presentation. Just a forewarning, there is profanity used in this presentation. This is for all of my grandparents that are on the line and the saints. I know in your eyes, I am an angel who would say none of these horrible things. But yes. So I'm Kay Coghill, and my dissertation defense is titled, "They Tried to Kill Your Favorite Bad Bitch, A Look into Digital Misogynoir and How the Girlies Clap Back and Bring Wreck on Twitter." In 2015, I encountered severe online harassment after speaking out against misogyny, homophobia, and fatphobia on a podcast. As a Black woman, I became a target of relentless trolling and intimidation tactics, including threats of physical harm and attacks on my appearance. Despite the distress it caused, I took measures to protect myself, such as preemptively blocking accounts and keeping my profile private. This experience sparked my interest in researching harm reduction strategies employed by Black women and non-binary individuals facing digital violence and misogynoir. I focus on understanding how we safeguard ourselves online and support others experiencing similar attacks. Trigger warning. Oh, someone's writing on the screen. Please be careful. Don't do that. Trigger warning. Research talks about the abuse and violence towards Black women and femmes. How do I get this off of here? Oh, well. Sorry, you all. I don't know how that got on the Zoom screen. All right. In 2016, I researched and investigated how actress and comedian Leslie Jones was treated during the Ghostbusters movie reboot. She experienced trolling by well-known right-wing troll Milo Yiannopoulos. He and his followers proceeded to harass her, call her racial slurs, and even sexually violate her digital measures, such as posting photos of her face with them ejaculating on them. I conducted a focus group to talk to Black women in the DMV about their experiences on Twitter with digital violence. From that focus group, it was made clear that there was a lack of protection for Black women online, especially on Twitter. When Megan Thee Stallion was shot in July of 2020, I was shocked but not surprised by the level of digital violence she experienced on Twitter. At that time, I had learned that this form of online gender-based violence was called misogynoir, a term coined by Moya Bailey in 2008. After learning about this term and witnessing Megan Thee Stallion, who is a rapper, experiences of digital misogynoir, I found myself wanting to dig deeper into how Black women and non-binary femmes experience Twitter and how they clapped back and created harm reduction on the app. My project considered the tenets of hip-hop feminism, Black feminist thought, and digital hip-hop feminist sensibility as my theoretical framework. The objectives of this project were as follows: to define digital misogynoir and harm reduction tactics as they relate to online harassment, add context and color to the literature that focuses on violence against Black women, and develop a holistic understanding of how digital misogynoir physiologically impacts Black women and non-binary femmes. Drawing from Moya Bailey's concept of misogynoir, I aim to develop policy recommendations and guidelines for promoting the safety of Black women on platforms like Twitter and Instagram. Centering the experiences of Black women and non-binary individuals, my study explored how they navigate harm and foster community online, particularly on Twitter. By investigating their strategies for harm reduction, my research contributes to the understanding of digital misogynoir while shedding light on how Black women utilize social media to create safer online environments for themselves and others. I took a three-pronged approach to my methodology. I started by doing feminist semi-structured interviews, ethnographic interviews, but during that, I realized that my own reflections could be a part of the story I'm retelling from my participants. So I decided to take a page out of Black feminist autoethnography by sharing my own stories based on the interviews that I did. And I also did Black feminist womanist storytelling, which allowed me to use storytelling as a way for to express how Black women were experiencing online harm and also how they were creating community. Storytelling is vital in the Black community, and I wanted to ensure that my participants felt empowered and safe sharing their stories with me. Black women can use storytelling to reflect on their intersectional identities. For my recruitment, I used social media. I also used listservs for academic organizations I'm a part of, and I also used Discord and GroupMe groups for Black doctoral students. You had to be 18 years or older, identify as a Black person, be a female at birth, which is AFAB on here, or a non-binary femme, and you had to be an active Twitter user. For my semi-structured interviews, I had 3 sections that focused on Twitter usage, misogynoir, and harm reduction. I ended up receiving over 129 participants, but only interviewing 49 of them. I coded and analyzed 16 of those interviews that quickly reached saturation. I used transcribe.com to transcribe interviews, and it was very helpful because it was able to pick up on the African American vernacular English that many of my participants used. I employed a hybrid method of blending deductive codes, which are codes that I created in categories based on the research and framework, and inductive approaches, which is open coding based on what came up naturally in each interview. I integrated the predetermined codes and categories, and I used Atlas for Web for coding the categories in the analysis. These are my participants that I have. I have 2 slides. Each of the 16 interviews selected for analysis went through 3 passes of hybrid coding. First, I created a list of terms and words that I were looking for to come up while I was actually doing the interviews. And then I went back into there and I coded based on what came up naturally as I read them. And then from there, I created higher order codes, different themes and sections to explain what each participant was talking about and how they all merged together. These are the other participants, and everyone's name is a pseudonym unless they ask to use their real name, which was up to them. Each of the 16 interviews selected for an analysis went through 3 passes of hybrid coding. The codes revealed subcategories that then led to 3 main themes. These themes, or higher order codes, as I call them in my dissertation, were digital self-defense and harm reduction tactics, critical consciousness and empowerment, and outcomes of the algorithm. Digital self-defense and harm reduction tactics stem from research question 2, which focused on strategies for harm reduction, digital misogynoir, cyber feminism and technological empowerment, cultural production and representation, and reclaiming digital spaces. Critical consciousness and empowerment was rooted in the tenets of Black feminist thought. It encapsulated a profound recognition and comprehension of the intricate webs of oppression intersecting in the lives of Black women. This contained subcategories around community, solidarity and sisterhood, matrix of domination/oppression, and controlling images/stereotypes. And the last higher order code and theme was consequences of the algorithm. This higher order code encompassed all that comes with the biases of the algorithm, but also how those biases impact digital misogynoir on Black women and femmes. And this contained the subcategories of social media, which is the shift of protection, violence/negative moments, physiological impacts, and lack of recourse. Many of my participants spoke about different harm reduction tactics, but the 3 that stood out to me the most that I thought were very unique were selective sharing, where participants chose to be very mindful of what they shared on social media, such as their location in real time, where they live, and even where they are employed. The second thing was changing their avatar. Many of my participants in the dissertation talked about how they would change their avatar on Twitter to a meme or a cartoon or even a photo of a man in order to make themselves feel more comfortable when sharing their opinions online. And the last one was no rage engagement. Many of my participants talked about how they would not engage with accounts that were trying to basically cause chaos on the timeline. So it was rage baiting. That basically means that people would tweet things that they know would upset people. And instead of engaging with it, these participants used a harm reduction tactic of just ignoring it and blocking the account so they wouldn't have to be a part of that conversation. Black women and femmes, according to my interviews, felt some of the following physiological impacts that directly impacted their mental, emotional, and physical well-being due to either witnessing digital misogynoir, experiencing digital misogynoir, or both. These physiological impacts can sully the experiences that Black women and femmes have online, according to the participants. My limitations were as follows. My positionality as a Black femme, peer debriefing, Twitter's ownership change, time constraints / scheduling conflicts, and also spam accounts. Some of my future recommendations for those that are interested in expanding on my research is to prioritize the experiences of Black women and femmes, to try to see if we can find a way to quantify the data of how much online harassment and digital misogynoir Black women and femmes actually experience. More focus on clapping back, which was one of the things that many of the participants utilized, which was holding folks accountable online in a very witty way, and how we use these unique ways of clapping back or holding folks accountable as Black women to protect ourselves online. Digital misogynoir and other digital spaces. So I'm really interested in seeing folks look at digital misogynoir and digital spaces such as the Shade Room comments, YouTube comments, Instagram and TikTok, and even Snapchat. And then also looking at digital misogynoir and how it impacts Black sex workers, especially those who use websites like Twitter in order to get their clients. Food for thought. According to Glitch UK's Digital Misogynoir report, Black women experience 40% more toxic messages than white women online. Historically, Black women have consistently been at the forefront of numerous movements, showing incredible resilience and leadership. However, in this particular moment within these digital spaces, we must all unite to shield Black women from the scourge of digital misogynoir. The time has come for collective action and unwavering support to create a safer online environment for every Black woman and non-binary femme, regardless of their status or accomplishments. This is the clarion call to action, to stand together and protect those who have long been champions of progress and equality. And I would like to end with a poem that was very important to me during my presentation, during my dissertation, and also as I was going through these stories of digital misogynoir with my participants, called Won't You Celebrate With Me by Lucille Clifton. Won't you celebrate with me what I have shaped into a kind of life? I had no model. Born in Babylon, both non-white and woman. What did I see to be except myself? I made it up. Here on this bridge between starshine and clay, my one hand holding tight my other hand. Come celebrate with me that every day something has tried to kill me and has failed. Thank you. We're recording.
Congratulations, Dr. Coghill. You have passed your dissertation defense. Feel free to unmute, folks.
Oh, wait, I don't know.
Go!
Yeah.
Go!
Congrats.
See it. Congratulations!
Yes, Dr. K.
Messages ain't Valentine. Bitches messy.